Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to MBTV. My name is Aronwyn, and I will be doing the production of the stream for you tonight. That means all the camera and stuff is my fault, and the other casters have nothing to do with it. The European Championship comes to an end with the grand final between Freelancers and Apis Europae. Unfortunately, we don't have our usual host, Captain Lust, for the stream tonight. However, I am delighted to be joined for the stream by Purzel Vlimmer. Hi Purzel, how are you? Purzel?
Connection lost.
Shit.
Connected.
Oh,
Okay,
she
Aaron,
did?
you're
I thought...
back.
Well, I don't know what happened there. Purzel.
The problem is we barely heard you. Maybe do you want to do it again? Like it was really very, very delayed and interrupted.
Okay, just give me a minute because I just want to check what's happening with whether there's anything dropping, but I can't see any dropping. So no, let's just carry on. Hello, Purzel.
A slight snafu, guys. What's the tournament with that one? But continue.
Yeah, I'm great. Thank you for inviting me. Hoping for a great final.
And as everyone has also already heard, we're fortunate to have Warband's favourite co-caster, E-Man, the cool gaming bro. Hi E-Man, welcome back.
Hi there, Aaron. Hearing that said aloud, it sounds awfully silly.
Maybe I just don't say it right.
No, it is a pleasure. No, it's because the name's silly. But it really is a pleasure to be here. Y'all are now hearing the familiar and loving voice of Lust, because Lust has affairs to deal with in Spain. The man's a secret agent. He's being sent all around Europe to do things on behalf of Warband. So, he's left it in our capable hands. And tonight we have one hell of a match.
Yeah.
We have a spectacle of medieval fighting right here for you.
Just before we get started, I want to mention all our sponsors for the tournament. We've got servers provided by Tailworlds, Simrai, Purzel's clan Wolfpack, who have provided servers for most Warband tournaments to date. We've got servers and prize servers donated by gameservers.com and MarkMods. And Razer, who promote all esports, were good enough to decide to promote Warband this season, and they've given us prizes for the team and also a raffle prize for the viewers this evening, and we'll be running the raffle later in the stream. So what do you think? What do you two think is going to happen tonight? Which team has the edge?
Oh, that's difficult to say. I think both teams have a lot going for them. On one side we have AE, the well-known team who's in the scene forever, it feels like. So far, every tournament they entered, they were playing in the final. I mean, that's something no other team can say about themselves. And I think the teams are ready, so we could go live fast.
Have they said it's free and live?
LaRue said ready and Menethil said ready for Freelancers.
Awesome. Wow. We're going to be ready for the
Real
grand
life.
final.
Good luck, everyone.
But
okay.
I will say, Era, please raise the volume of my casting and of
Mine too.
Pursel's.
Yeah, I heard it.
Chat is saying that it's too low.
Okay,
so.
well, we'll just go into a break and I'll see what I can do. And we're into the game.
Awesome.
The trouble with raising the volume is then that stuff completely deafens me.
Well, lower your own headset volume.
Yeah. I'll see what I can do next break.
Alrighty, well, we'll just talk loud. And this is the match.
Yeah, shout.
This is a match worth talking loud about. Right now, both teams are standing far apart on this level. This is going to be the first meeting of two pretty stellar teams. I mean, as Purcell told us, Apis Europae has never not made a final. Like, a final's a foreign thing if it don't have Apis Europae fighting on one side. These guys are close to a dynasty.
It looks like they're going to restart.
Yeah, because one dropped on Freelancers side, and this is huge fair play from AE. Like,
Yes. Teams are allowed to restart initially at the beginning of a set
just
if something goes awry.
pop into
For
a
balance. But as I was saying, since we have the time now, Apis Europae, they're about as close to a dynasty as you can get in competitive Warband. And the real cool thing is they are fighting some up and coming like rascals have formed a gang and are just mowing down everyone. Freelancer has only lost 2, maybe 3 rounds in this whole tournament.
2 rounds and a draw in the whole tournament. Exactly. They were formed just for this tournament, and they are steamrolling here into the final.
This match is interesting because I want to see if Freelancers were born to be a steamroller to mow down Apis Europae, if they can actually kick their butt in the same fashion they did earlier, or if they just never met a team bad enough as Apis Europae to put them in their place. Like,
You mean they didn't have a challenge so far? I mean, that's kind of true. AE already met We Don't You in the semifinals, so they had their challenge. Freelancer still needs to prove themselves. And let's maybe look at the team constellation here. The first round started. I see 2 Cav on Freelancer side, only 1 Cav for AE. They're playing as Svadia here. And we all know the thing about Svadia, right? Like, you need to win the first round, then you can snowball. But for that you need the first round. And Vegir with their skimmies looking strong.
is that snowball as big and fast rolling as the Nords? That thing might as well be rolling down a frozen hill. Like, it just slides.
Yeah, I think the difference is that for Svadia, if you win the first round and you can pick up skimmies from the other team and also improve your armor, then you're having a huge advantage in the second round towards the other team. By the way, I think we might have some new people watching who are not so familiar maybe with the setup in the competitive scene. So we should quickly say we will play 2 maps. Sandy Bush is this one, and the next one will be Field by the River. We will play 4 rounds, spawn, and then we will swap the teams. So Freelancer starts as Vegir, and we'll play Svadi in the second spawn then. Second spawn.
And we do the same thing for a new set of maps for the final 8 rounds, and then you have a 16-round game. That's Warband in a nutshell.
Exactly.
8 people, 8 men trying to win out here in a hot battlefield. Sweating. They're sweating because a lot of people are watching this.
At 2 minutes, the flag spawns in the middle. Who can win this first so important round? Don't you agree? Like, the first round is really important.
Yeah,
you
that's
need
really
a good
because
start.
you have to put Freelancers down at the beginning, or they're gonna tear your throat out. That's what they want. They want the prestige of Apis Europae. But someone must contest that flag, because you can win by killing all your foes or by raising it. And Azan is trying to raise it. No, he seems like he's going around, scouting out the enemy. Everyone's really wearing that clock down. It's going to be some explosive violence in a moment.
You can see the experience of the teams here. Both of them decide to not just walk out into the open and be in danger of being shot. No, they wait and see if the other team makes a move first. Now Freelancers are stepping out into the open. AE Niatha has a nice spot there. He can shoot. Keep them under pressure.
Freelancers are starting to move. Someone has to do something. A minute's left on the clock. No,
they wait until
so
40
tentative.
seconds, I think. I think AE will move forward at around 40, 45
I think the first team to grow a pair is going to win this match, because so far both teams are so afraid.
No damage done yet. Look at that.
No, not even Archer's getting pot
insane.
shots.
No.
Wait, Menethil's in a good position. It's not easy. He's trying, though.
Okay, now Freelancers at the flag and AE close together, moving forward. That's a scary front. And the fight breaks out. Peter is surrounded by 2 people.
AE
Now
is
Viva
swarming
gets the
flag.
first kill of the European Champions Series final 2015. And Freelancer starts with a team kill.
Wow, these fights are taking a while to go down. These men are battling it out. I think Freelancer has the edge because Vivar's around on a horse. But AE know how to protect themselves from a horse. Oh wow, Vivar's horse
And the
got
kill's
stuck on his
coming
own
in for
guys.
AE.
The round ends up as a draw. we're ready to see a victor in the fighting. Freelancer were eventually losing that to the expertise of Apis Europae.
This is favoring AE still because they have Svadia. I want to see a few metal armor now. Let's see how they look like. Yeah, there we go.
Whoa,
LaRue
what a round!
and
No
Weirdo.
one wanted to die. I'm just blown away.
This guy with the best armor after the first round. That's impressive.
Wait, but you still get money. There was an advantage gain. It says a draw, but doesn't Apis Europae, they killed more freelancers.
If you
they have more
survive,
cash.
the thing is exactly like if you die, then all the money that you spend for your armor, your weapons, and so on is just lost because you died. It's basically lost on the battlefield. But if you survive, you can keep that stuff and have extra money so you can upgrade your equipment. That's why it's so important to survive. And to all the people new on IG Battleground, for example, please don't team kill at the end of the round because it's also applying there. Like, you will lose all your money if someone team kills you.
It also seems that the spectator mod doesn't count a draw as a point for both teams. I didn't see that happen on mine, so we may have to manually fix that.
I think this is an awesome start in the final, though. I mean, they seem to be very close. It's also the middle flag, though. The middle flag is really difficult to approach.
That was fun.
Yeah, the archers are just standing around and can shoot at it from all sides.
I thought Freelancer had the edge. They had two, like, there was like a rink of killing in the center, or fighting. No one was dying. There was a rink of fighting in the center. And then, like, the chaperone horses were trotting around, but they couldn't find anyone. I thought Freelancers had an edge by having those horses, but AE know how to fight against horses in a little group. Without space for a horse to run, they're not as scary.
That's very true. This might be a good moment to explain the new flag mechanics, because the flag spawned in the middle. This round, it wouldn't spawn there again, and that's why, for example, here it spawned in the alley. So next round, in the third round, it won't spawn in the alley anymore, and the team can...
Arrow!
Hello, yes?
I apologize for interrupting. But production question, the main screen says what on the top center? What
I know, I've already been I've already had that pointed out to me. That will change in the next break.
The scoreboard is flabbergasted at what's happening. So if we look now, it's like Apis Europae is jumping a few freelancer dudes in the corner. I think Vivar might have got his horse stuck. No! It was AE Scar who got stuck in that fight he didn't want. AE are still raising the flag, though. Flag is spawned in the meantime. LaRue in a little devious corner shooting down. They've spotted him. The ruse is up. They shot him. Or, well, they're shooting at him. They didn't quite hit him, but meanwhile the horse is hit.
Freelancers actually dropped a person in the beginning of the round, but now the score is equal again. Scar got killed. I see a lot of damage done. Viva kills Bloody Death.
Fights are long. LaRue is still not able to fight.
No Kev anymore for AE. Freelancers are looking strong here.
Vivar did something. Double kill. Just decapitated a dude against the wall. Whoa, LaRue's getting kicked by the Freelancers.
The archers. The last left for AE. LaRue holding off against two. Giving everything, trying. But Turtle keeps pressure on him.
Wow, LaRue is still surviving. This is a brave archer right here. This man is a legend.
This is
incredible.
incredible.
A legend told to his kids because he won't be able to tell himself.
I mean,
my god, look at him still go! LaRue's surviving to the last, but that's not it. They still have one AE member alive. Where is he? Did they? It showed one person was alive on my screen.
No. LaRue was the last. Freelancers lost someone in the beginning of the round. I think Arto dropped. And still they won the round. That's really cool. Really impressive. Like, sometimes it can actually push you. If you think you're behind, you know you have to give everything. Like, you cannot hold back. You have to really go into the fight and give everything to make up for it, so to say.
Wow. Freelancers gave it their all there because Apis Europae taking a loss. In a way, losing, like, the beginning scuffle. The first one was a draw.
Indeed.
Does this give Freelancers momentum?
Oh, I love the word momentum. Thank you for using that. I think it does, yeah. But there are a few things to mention. I think, for example, that Veigar is a little bit stronger. If you really just take a Veigar in versus the Swadia in, for example, with the skimmies and the Veigar Archer, they are so strong. Even after the changes last made to them, they're still really amazing. I know that most archers really love Veigar. So I think that AE could definitely, like, we need to see if one spawn is stronger here, for example. Also, AE has a history of showing nerfs in the beginning of a match. They very often lose the first round or the first 2 rounds just because they need to get into the match, you know, they need to get into the flow. You know
That is true.
feeling?
Thinking about their other final appearances and just about AE fighting in general, they're good, but they're not a... They seem a super tier above the rest, but they win messily a lot of times. Like they lose rounds.
But I think that's the idea of their tactics. They want to confuse you, right? Like everyone can just say charge and run forward. But AE, I think it might look like that if you're not so familiar with the tactics. But I think they're always like I heard that they prepare a lot.
They got a whole lot of things in their pockets.
Yeah, they love tactics. The flag spawned in the middle again. Again, this difficult flag in the middle. Let's see if they can do more with this time.
LaRue has a really great position, but
so
freelancers know that. They know the good positions of this map. This is an old map. It's a familiar and a good one, but it's old.
That's very true.
Everyone's fighting over Graveyard. Whoa, Azan!
Gets the Archer. Oh, that's
the
good.
AE Cav! Look, they're on the outside. They have freelancers cornered now in a way. They're funneled all into that area. AE actually have all the exits from there. Did freelancers lock themselves in?
I think the higher exit is still open, but they need to do something.
Grenade had to retreat back into their home. They don't want to fight out here, or maybe it's better to own that position.
Napoleon, the brave leader here from Freelancers. Oh, that was a little bit risky.
Peter showing Grenade how to be a horseman right there, dehorsing him in that charge.
And Azan with his second kill in this round. I think Lust gave him the title of the MVP CAF player in this tournament, and so far he's proven him right.
Wow. AE are angry, you're right. Oh, the knockdown and then the kick!
Oh, wow.
Weirdo with the sick double insult kill!
This time, Freelancer Archer is the last one in the round. And headshot.
The turtle headshot to win the round. Apis Europae are not taking that last round sitting down. Wow, they stood up and decked that
I think they woke up now.
That was good play right there from Apis Europae.
Yeah, much better, much better.
The double disrespect kill from Weirdo. Knockdown from the horse. He got kicked by an animal and then a man. And then he was put down.
I think it was really good from AE that they are playing with 2 CAF now. You can see that it works much better. In the first round, I think they only had 1 CAF, but Azan and Peter are showing nice CAF play here. Very important for the team, I think. What happened to Freelancer in that round? I mean, the flag spawned, and I think the idea from Freelancers was to push into the graveyard and get rid of LaRue up on the graveyard, on the good archer spot there. But they invested so much in that, AE just fell back and said, oh, you can have the spot, we don't mind. And at that moment, I think Freelancers split up a little bit. Most of them were pushing more towards the ninja ladder, but Napoleon was all by himself in the open field, and you cannot do that. That's too risky.
Man. I think also Freelancers went maybe all at once. They seemed to send their horsemen. They had a charging group with Napoleon leading and then the horse behind him, but they got stopped so fast. Maybe that was Freelancers being too bold. Like, they just steamrolled so many teams, beat Apis Europae for the first round, and they were like, it's like any other team. Let's just win this 8-0 or 8-1.
But it's amazing for a final if it goes like this, like a draw, then 1 run for this team, 1 run for that team. It's really brilliant. Aaron, maybe you can catch Azan. He has a really nice metal horse there. Curious to see what he can do with that. Usually they make jokes that if you have great armor or a great horse that you get instantly headshot just because you jinxed in that moment.
Let's see if we
Okay,
can
the
follow
flag
him.
spawns in the alley. The inf team of AE is approaching. They're going up the stairs to...
My camera is locked and I don't know why. Continue commentating.
I
I'm
really
watching
like
everything from
how...
Peter.
I like how AE is sticking together here. They have the one half of the alley completely shut down now. Weirdo jumps down bravely in the back of Siphon, pressuring Menethil now, who can't shoot anymore. Menethil really low. Weirdo is fighting left and right, but gets double teamed and dies. So kills are coming in for Freelancers now. Azan gets stopped and killed, as I said. Like, it's so unfortunate with a headshot.
Ooh,
Yeah,
LaRue
this
with a double
great
kill.
horse.
Ha! The camera's been
LaRue.
freed! LaRue with a triple kill!
Oh, it's really close. 3 to 4. LaRue is carrying
LaRue's
this.
bringing it back. Get another one! Get another one!
He gets
LaRue behind
surrounded
you.
now.
Oh, and he brings out the shield just in time to stop a swing from Napoleon. Napoleon trying to kill him. LaRue intelligently walking down the stairs so Menethil can't shoot him. But Turtle's still shooting him. He's trying to get that tree! And he gets the leader! LaRue kills him!
3 versus
4th
3.
kill! Fighting up on the bridge!
Oh
He
my
goes
god.
down instead to help Puru Puru Puru! Oh wait, no, he gets killed by that guy!
Oh.
No!
Yeah, now Tietze
Turtle's
can
free
shoot
to
freely.
shoot down! LaRue was too eager to kill, I
Peter
think.
got the kill.
But
The
it's
flag
still a
is high.
2-on-2. It's still a 2-on-2. That flag is really high for Apis Europae right now. Or wait, Freelancers. They're still
Yeah, for
fighting. Peter's on the
Freelancers.
brink of death. Oh,
16
but Nia
seconds
gets a good shield break. Double shield break!
Tietze gets the kill and
Oh.
Rampika gets the other kill. Impressive. That was a close round. They're
They
fighting for
fight
each
until
kill here.
the
We'll
weapons
just-
they brought are breaking.
We'll just go into a quick break and then we'll talk about it. Okay, on the ad's over. So yeah, that was a really exciting set.
Indeed. I'm curious to see if it's maybe just the factions, but I'm very pleased that all the hype that we did before the final, it was really deserved because these two teams are looking eye to eye at the moment. I think
Ladies
they
and
will
gentlemen, boys
deliver
and girls, this is the best competitive Warband I've seen in quite some time. This is a show. Like, wow.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
It's taken so many championships and tournaments for Apis Europae to find real enemies. Wait, are they fighting?
No, it's
they-
not live. It's not live.
Oh, well, dude, watching them fight even in pretend, they still use good strategies. They don't like derp around like your normal people. Like, they actually still like are really practicing in between rounds here. But they finally have a competitor in these guys.
Yeah, I agree. It's even a little bit sad that Freelancers are just formed for this one tournament. I hope that Napoleon can do something with his team even afterwards. Maybe
Perhaps it is
some
best
player...
to leave it as that one team that formed out of nothing, came, saw, conquered, left. Like,
Veni Vidi Vici or something like that.
and they disbanded. They were that amazing team that shone so brilliantly in the sun, in the sky, and then like a falling star was gone the
Yeah.
next night.
Stepped out of the shadow and back into the shadow.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll
they
see.
should
I
stick
mean,
around though, okay? They
Yeah,
should stick
they're
around.
still SOE, so I think some people could maybe decide to join that team, that clan. They can still play together.
Well,
I know that, for example, Vivar is actually a member of Aquila, so if to this ECS he will go back to Aquila. So I think a few people are actually going back to their own clans. It's just that their own clans didn't participate on this tournament. That's why, like, they still wanted to play in the tournament, and that's why they joined this team.
is there a real giveaway going on, or is it a troll in the chat? There is a giveaway, folks.
Yeah,
Don't be
true, we
don't-
should hype that up.
This match is so spectacular that Razor has been kind enough to donate mouse pads to all the winners of this match. And also, you get the same mouse pad if you stick around for the end of the match. There'll be a raffle, and then you type stuff. I don't think it's going on now. I encourage everyone. Am I correct, Arrow?
Yeah, you're right.
We're
The
gonna
raffle
have-
is not yet
Oh,
started.
that's cool. The raffle, when we say the raffle's going, there'll be a raffle. So please don't fall for the trolling.
And be careful, don't say your name twice, because then you will be deleted from the list again. Only type in once at the end.
Yes, you can bomb your own raffle chances by typing it too many times. So there's also a little bit of skill involved. Many will fail this test. I think more spam equals more chances. They're stuffing the ballot. No, you can't do that. But anyway, that is happening at the end of the stream. Not now. So, but anyway, we should really just talk about like who's been doing some standout performances. I've been saying LaRue, but there's other players on these teams doing wonderful things.
We will see now because it's re and live. So we'll see what happens now. Who steps out? I saw like Weirdo was doing a good job, right? You were impressed by his inf skill. Azan played amazingly as Cav. And Niatha had a few nice headshots. And I think Turtle and Rampika in the end, oh my god, how they won that round. Very impressive.
So Apis Europae is sitting at 4. Freelancers.
So
sitting
Puzzle,
at...
did you say it's live now?
Yeah, isn't it live? No.
Yeah. AE is setting up in the alley, and Freelancers are holding their spawn and the graveyard.
Score is 4-3, right, in favor of Freelancer?
No,
Since-
Freelancers has 2 and AE has 1. And
Oh,
there was
you're right.
one
We're
draw.
still a lot of playing, but not a lot of points because they've been fighting for each one.
Yeah.
3-1.
They stick to their setup. On both sides I see 2 Cav and 2 archers and 4 inf. I wonder if anyone got swapped in, but I think they actually kept it. Oh, Niatha is not playing for AE anymore. Instead I see Razor, also a very good archer. I think he's German. I hope he's playing in the German Länder Cup. I'm very excited about that too. That will be happening in 2 months or something.
We are
so-
already seeing wonderful improvements. We are past the shock of the initial set. Set 1 was named what? Like, what the heck is this level of play that's happening before my eyes? they're just, it's just marvelous play going on right now. But now we have set 2, yeah.
By the way, you guys can also tweet in. Aaronman, could you say the tweets? Oh, but now the flag spawn, maybe later. I see Freelancers is rushing into the alley. The alley is such a good place to hold. AE really has an advantage here. They can set up their archers, and LaRue's also already shooting.
We have
Azan dismounts
miniature
at flag
shield walls here. We have paired shield walls.
on the stairs, yeah, to make sure that
Pretty
LaRue's
well
not
up there,
bothered and
protecting
can shoot.
LaRue so he doesn't get shot, hoping LaRue gets a kill. Meanwhile, Azan is raising that flag and he's dancing on it, daring Freelancers to go in,
Grenade
and
is
Grenade
charging
does.
in, and Weaver, nice Cav double teaming here.
Takes out
really
the brilliant
pretty.
melee fighter M, and then they continue killing. 2 of AE are already down. Freelancers with a great charge with their horses. Now they're fighting up the stairs. LaRue has been pushed back off a prime position of killing, and meanwhile Napoleon is eating players alive down there.
Yeah, indeed. Only Azan left us.
Razor himself is still shooting, but he doesn't have the mouse pad yet, so he's missing. No, he's nailing shots!
A double kill! And
Oh,
another double kill from Scar.
Wow, AE bringing it back. Razor doing a tremendous amount of work from the position he was left at. He now has to use a sword, but he killed 2 men.
They turned it around.
Wow, and he helped LaRue kill another. Damn! AE take the round.
If you believe the interview that was made from MBTV Competitive, LaRue and Napoleon actually have their own little thing going since the Nations Cup, because LaRue's team, Banner, kicked out Turkey which is Napoleon's team he played for. And it was really cool to see in the cutter corner, as we call it. That's this area in the alley where you have to go up the stairs and it's a little bit pushed into the house. It's a corner you can hide in an archer. Napoleon and Leroux were fighting there the whole round, and in the end, finally, Leroux actually took it. So I guess he already has his victory there, his personal victory.
I am surprised that AE brought that back. Like, I'm marveling at what happened before my eyes.
Oh my god, yeah.
Freelancers cavalry did an incredible rush that stopped all progress on that flag. They halted that, took 2 lives, and were poised to win. They even got Leroux off his shooting spot, but Razor, like, he really stepped up there. Also, someone else got a double kill too in the melee. Scar,
yeah. A very well-known inf player.
Well, incredible play from the both of them. They killed lots of guys on their own.
I think it was 7-5 at some point. 7 freelancers versus 5 AEs, and those 5 AE players turned into.
They had to fell guys quick, and they did a wonderful job. I think they targeted. No, they were outnumbered, so they were targeting guys coming right at them, because it's easy to kill someone in a scuffle with someone else, but to kill multiple guys who are actually running at you with their scimitars drawn, that's something else.
Yeah, that's true. I like what AE is doing here. They know that the flag won't spawn in the alley again, so they set up at their spawn now. I think they might look at a pre-flag push towards the graveyard. That would be cool.
Yes. As a reminder, in competitive Warband, flags spawn in 3 locations, but they will not respawn in the same location twice in a row. So that limits areas it could spawn in, and it spawns in the middle, a likely location. And both teams still too afraid to walk out into that center. In that center, you don't do that in parts. You kind of move the whole group out there at once, because there's not too much cover.
Yeah.
When you go out there, you got to make your stand. So both teams just seeing who in a game of chicken, really.
With Turtle in the graveyard and Menether raising the ninja ladder here, they could have the perfect crossfire on the
teams flag. Also matched completely in their equipment layout, or I'm sorry, class loadout. 2 cav, 2 archers, and 4 infantry apiece.
Yeah, it seems to really work nice on this map.
A little of everything. It's a good map if it has a little of everything. Like, I commend Lust for creating this map.
Yeah, it's his map, true. They really are patient here. I think freelancers might try to, but they're also not sure, falling back again. Soon they should move forward though, otherwise it will end in a draw again. A little bit
as a production reminder, Arrow, people still say that we are too low.
Alright, okay. We'll deal with that in the next break again.
Yes. But, right now, woof! Hey,
nice headshot.
Freelancers finally pushed for the flag. They also made a side push to kill a few AE guys, but Pudding got his brain purified with an arrow, and...
Fight breaks out at several places.
Oh, these headshots! These archers are bringing out their A game. This seems to be the story of the archers, but no. Azan
both
coming
teams
in,
are favored.
making a good case for the Cav, and
will they win by flag? Oh, no, a draw again.
Wait, what? What?
A draw again. I thought the Vadia flag was higher, but no.
What? Another draw? It was the opposite of the first round because... Wait, no, actually, in both cases, Apis Europae was winning the fighting, though, right?
Yeah, I think they had more people alive at the end.
Both times. I think, I don't know, maybe Apis Europae, if they can come back from lower men in fights too, I think they really do have just superior fighting prowess, because, like, yeah, they're not going for the flag early enough, but they're winning the duel, the scuffles.
Yeah, but then you don't have time left, right? Like that's the problem.
You don't have the time.
If you go late at the flag and then focus on just killing the team one by one somewhere, then the time runs out.
It's so scary for them to focus flag because their enemies are so scary themselves.
The archers and the cav. Yeah, indeed. You cannot move to the flag and just stand there and wait. That will not
Those
work.
archers will tear you down, especially with the infantry like scaring you into positions where you can get shot. Like, but I think it's a good sign for AE, because if they know they can take command of most of these scuffles, then they should be focusing on taking the flag earlier in situations like that.
Maybe they could try to send a cav into the graveyard and dismount and try to get the archer there or something, or try to.
Is that
set
their
an
main worry?
archer
The archer, turtle, or
in the
mithril up
graveyard.
there
Yeah.
on the arch?
Turtle and Menethil are
On the
an
wall.
archer duo who are playing together forever, and they're really scary. I think they are. Let's see how the kills are. Yeah. Oh. Freelancers only have 4 kills so far. Razor alone has more kills on Vager's side at the moment. I think
Whoa.
Freelancers are struggling
That-
with Swadia.
That stat corroborates the idea that Apis Europae can win this, which means with Freelancer now, every single unit moving into that graveyard, getting ready to take it over. Meanwhile,
For one. Yeah. Once
Apis
the
Europae
flags
are running.
come
They're gonna take their time to set this up. But do they want to set up against a rampaging Apis Europae? They're gonna come. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Turtle's already in prime
Mhm.
position.
As in with the
AE are
nice-
thinking about how to siege this. They're coming by the door. LaRue standing behind Scar, who is shielding for him in the entrance to get good shots. That is incredible teamwork right here, guys.
They raised the ladder.
Scar and LaRue raise the ladder. They're going in the top, which means the bottom is going to crash against the wall of Siphon and Putin. Nope.
And LaRue sets up.
Oh, a brilliant
Beautifully
side shot from Siphon, who turned his head for a moment.
And LaRue the
Sets
next
off.
session.
Now, Freelancers pushing too hard to get AE in their corner. But it might
Peter
work out.
distracting Turtle and killing him.
Oh! Freelancers are dying by plenty. Oh my goodness. They're already
And this-
dead.
This was their best possible flag spawn. They were there, they had it, but they couldn't defend it against the power, the overwhelming power of AE pushing into the graveyard.
They got baited. That was just brilliant. It was stupendous. They got baited. They got in there and set up positions, but their nerves are shocked because they don't have the experience in grand finals as Apis Europae do to be seasoned and veteran at this and for this not to be a thing to them. So they set up, AE pushed in, made it look like they pushed in too far, and then pulled back and pulled all of Freelancers back with them. But that's the past round. Right now, Freelancers are pushing forward. AEM with the jump slice on Turtle, misses. Goes for cool points, doesn't get it. Freelancers going in with their cav, but they're getting stuck. They're missing. They don't know what to hit. Meanwhile, AE's cav are kind of hitting their mark. Bloody Death with a kill. Freelancer bringing it right back. Ooh, a double kill for Putin.
Ah, I like this. Menethil went in so they can push more. They had to switch it up. They know they had to do something. And Menethil gets the kill.
AE can switch, like, they've
They
switched now. They
rolled
seem to be
over
focusing the corner or the alleyway more. Azan looking to see what to help. He needs to go in to help, he knows, but his team is outnumbered.
But he needs to wait until the fight breaks out. Then he can come in.
Oh, a kill from Peter! I think Peter's been getting some great kills. Now Azan can actually pick a
Peter's
target.
team.
Oh, with a beautiful hit there. But meanwhile, who's fighting up here? M is fighting Menethil. Can an archer defeat one of the best duelers in competitive or any Warband history? Menethil loses his shield, so he goes down to his advanced troop numbers. Now Azan can help him kill Menethil. I'm not sure he needs it. Ah, M gets Menethil. Azan
only
gets the
round
other.
per color.
And yes, the last man is Putin.
This was
nothing.
an amazing round from Puru, but he could not carry it. This brings it to a 3-0 for
Yeah,
AE, and we
we're-
go in another break.
Just going to go into a short break. Cool. And we're back.
Oh, what an exciting match. I'm really happy. This is what we wanted to see.
You think we're on our way to Winterberg?
I think we
I'm
should get
not
our jackets
sure.
and sweaters out because we're gonna go to Winterberg. It's gonna get cold. Winterberg, for those that don't know, is the third map that is played if things end up in a draw, A8, or whatever weird number this will come to because so many rounds are drawing. But if it's drawn at the end, we go to a chilly place where people play 3 rounds of close range combat, and that just decides it. We end it with a big fight, a big fight.
It's
No, it's best of 5. Best of 5.
Yeah, first 2, 3. So it could become a perfect 2-2 even on Winterberg. I had a match like that I streamed. It was really amazing. Sith versus the Turks, and it really got down to the. Okay, this is the opposite now. It's Field by the River, a huge open map. So we'll see a complete different skill set now.
Score is now 4-2 for Rapus Europae in benefit or in favor of them. Yeah, this is as close as competitive Warband gets. We're moving from a close range map to a map about horses and arching, but mostly horses. Field by the river.
Although sometimes, for example, from DOF, they have an amazing inf player called Dante. He showed really impressive play on this map. If you are an inf and you stand at the flag and you can actually survive, you survive the waves of cav charging you, it's really helpful and impressive, and you can win rounds like that. So I guess we'll have to see. But AE is famous for their
this
heavy
might help
cav strategy.
freelancers because AE has pulled up to a healthy advantage here, and it is because of their coordination in team fights. Like their guys know who to target and who best to double team at any given moment. They're fighting better, like people who've been playing a while. So if you spread that out onto an open map, perhaps Apis Europae might falter out here. But they did invent 6-cav, which
Indeed.
at its heart, 6-cav is, what was it, six horses and 2 fighters, 2 archers?
Yeah, 6 cav and 2 archers. Sometimes from the cav you have cav that's more focusing on armor and taking a black horse only, a saddle horse, which doesn't have so much health, but that way you can buy better armor. For example, Scar's doing that at the moment. And then you have someone who can ride to the flag fast, dismount, and stand there and raise the flag.
Was it mainly for flag, or was it also for pigs? Because they could run up to an archer with their horses, and normally you'd just do a pass-by and hope you get him while he shoots your horse. But the 6-cav strategy, a man can get off his horse and fight just as well on foot. It's more transportation than like being a cool knight in like a jousting tournament.
Yeah, indeed. It's meant as a transportation help, I guess. But if you win the first round... A lot of teams don't do
that. It's brilliant because a lot of teams use horses as a fighting tool, not as a transport tool. But
yeah, but I mean, it's only the first round. For example, Poland in the Nations Cup, I saw that they really like to upgrade their dragoons, as they are called, and they would just steal a horse from the enemy if they survive the round. And then they have a better horse, and then they are almost also a cav. From that point on forward. You know, like you're not limited. You can always upgrade.
That you can.
And we have
And
a few new players here, I think, for the open map. I see Shema Farash, the famous cav player for AE, stepping into the ring.
oh, Shemat Farash is coming out.
You see him?
Ah, that's a familiar name. Yes, I do.
Yeah, he didn't play. I think he played 1 match before in this tournament, but now for the final he's back. And since they use so much cav, I think a cav player is very welcome. Okay, Viva says that they are ready. This is the moment you can feel how the captain in the locker room is prepping his team, you know, from football or other sports. You know this moment when you have to give a good speech and motivate and hype your players. I think, in my head, I see Napoleon doing that right now. Come on, guys, it's not over yet. We have a chance. Let's give everything.
It would be cool to see an upset like this. But Freelancers are losing to experience right now. They came in bold, being checked. I want to
we're
see them
going.
win in a way.
We're going real live, so we'll just go into the map intro now. We'll just be back in a second. The map intro is over, just not quite in game yet.
Okay. Well,
So AE is doing it 6 cav and 2
they're
options.
doing 6 cav. Well, the reason I brought up 6 cav here was to mention that if Freelancers really want to defeat AE on an open map, they should realize that 6 cav allows AE to do what they do best: fight melees and put archers near melees to pick off people. So I say Freelancers should be trying to like bait AE into unfavorable situations since they know AE want to pick people off, or just kind of like distance game them. Think that would work against AE?
Yeah, I think they might look into kiting them a little bit. They did take 3 archers, so the Expos might do some work against the Nord cav. They still have 4 cav and only 1 inf. I think they seem to rely on their archers. Napoleon switched to archer now. He played inf on the close map.
That he did. A man of dual talents, or and filling slots as a team leader?
I think Leroux mentioned that on this level, all these players are playing 2 classes at least. And many of them are actually really good at all 3 classes. Weirdo, for example, he can play Cav, Inf, and Archer on the highest level. It's really impressive. It helps you a lot because you learn how to play against them as well. So, tip for all the people out there, if you want to improve your play, just try to play another class every now and then. I see Napoleon and Puro stepping out in the open here. That was an interesting pre-flag push, sorry. But the flag actually spawned in front of them. Too bad that they moved away from it. Out in the open there.
They did not have the flag gods on their side. Let's see
No,
what Freelancer
really
can
not.
do with this. I also hear word, Arrow, production, but the banners are switched on the units or something like that. Can't be fixed this round, guys, but we'll fix it for later rounds.
Oh yeah, they are. I think that's supposed to change automatically, so I'm not sure how that happened.
It might reset after round in actually if they're switched up top. So that'll work out next round. But meanwhile, team's playing so good that they interchange banners here. A sign of respect. I'll wear your colors, you wear mine. This is a big finale. This is a big game.
So far, Freelancers actually got some damage in. 2 of the AE Cav are a little bit hurt.
Azan taking the first bold step. He is actually touching the flag and daring Buddha. Come in. Oh, Freelancer getting a great kill. Was that on Shema Farash? That was a horse duel, wasn't it?
Yeah, indeed, Shema was already damaged, so I think he...
Both teams making use of the full field. Azan's shield goes down. He's fighting way too many guys. Survives long enough for backup. But Freelancer with the better horsing. Now they're fully strong on the flag. Even Leroux is fighting off incursions from Grenade. And the Archer's on safe on EE. Hell, not a lot of people are safe because they're all dying. Leroux's next
8
to
seconds
go.
left. I think Freelancers should have this. 5-4.
Not every AE member will die, but Freelancer tapping the flag at the final seconds.
Captured the flag.
AE deciding to just survive at the end, which was a smart move, but nice move by Freelancer.
Yeah. I think maybe AE needs to get some lucky Jav hits in. That would be cool. Like Nords are famous for their Jav caps. They can get the Javs for free, so stack up on that. I really love Javs. Do you like Javs?
Jabs are the smartest way to kill opponents because you don't expect it. They're small, and
So damn.
they don't put you in danger of dying. It's brilliant. It's how one of the greatest badasses ever, Okami Ito, from
Don't say that. Don't say that. So
Lone Wolf
many
and Cub
times.
killed so many people.
So many times I take the jabs, and in that moment I get couch lanced because I can't switch to my spear fast
Yes,
enough.
there is a danger in using them, but it's brilliant to use it. I'm surprised. I'm not sure what AE was trying to do that round. They used Field of the River. They almost used the whole field. It really looks like some like rugby scuffle or football or something with the teams like just on the field spread out. Archers by the castle. I never see a team use the castle and the forest at the same time, and they were really spread out. But their middle collapsed.
Yeah, it is true, but the problem is AE has no real inf at the moment, so the archer need to be very careful to not be pushed, and I think that's why they try to really stay far away from each other so that the fight is drawn apart, so to say. You know, like you cannot just easily.
You're saying the problem was their composition of units?
I think the problem was actually that they got damaged in the beginning of the round. And again, it was the first round here. Maybe they're not feeling it yet, you know? They just need to adapt a little bit to feel
I'm thinking perhaps the 6 Cav made them too weak to defend all fronts like that. They were really spread out with protecting. They had to protect the castle archer, the forest archer, and the center flag. Like they grabbed for too much by going for that flag with his on.
Maybe.
He was so defenseless when all those horses came and after another shredded his shield.
I think the 4 Rodok Cav are really dangerous. Like their horses have a lot of health and well.
Meanwhile, we moved out. Maybe we spent too much time deliberating over previous rounds, but we're spread out into the other side of the map, near the haystacks and the giant field out here. I never see this part of the map used, but it has been used, and Turtle has been buried there. Wow, Menethil goes next. That's most of the archers for Freelancers.
Indeed.
Why are they out here? Who fights out here? Apparently A do and Freelancer do. They really want to use this map in ways it might have never been intended. They're up on this hill. They're getting kills. Freelancers actually killing a few guys on the way back. They scare off AE. No!
And
they think they scare off AE. AE know they can get more bodies on that flag, so they're running their horses on over. They're trotting over the bridge. They're going over the water.
That's the advantage of all the Cav. You can really fast
You
get
can
to
do
the flag.
that! If the fight isn't going your way, which it wasn't, Freelancer was turning it. Let's just hightail it and get to the flag.
Yeah.
That flag is so high, LaRue single-handedly almost raising it to the top. Now the horses of AE are just stopping them at the bridge. All they need to do is stop Puda and Scar Chase and Siphon. No, they're getting to the flag in time. They totally are. But in their desperation, they're being cut down by horses from the left and the right. No! LaRue
16
gets knocked
seconds
down.
left.
Now all AE has to do is survive, fighting
10
hastily on the
seconds.
flag, but they cannot raise that in time. AE, don't die!
2 people left.
Don't fall for it!
2 seconds.
They're surviving Peter!
Oh my
Peter!
God!
Peter's dead! Friggin' Puda kicks his teammate in frustration!
He still won! Oh my god! This round belongs to LaRue. Like, he raised that flag that gave them the win of this round. Oh my god.
He died early on that flag, but that
But he
man
raised it like
sacrificed his
80%.
life for it. Wow. What really
What
got me
a
was the
comeback
Puda
of
kick.
Freelancers, though.
Like, you idiot! I told you to swing earlier, kick! We could have had that round if we just killed them all. You dumbass. Freelancers are frustrated because they could have won that round.
Yeah, it was on the tip of their nose, yeah.
Yeah.
AE failed to stop them at the bridge. They reached the flag and were winning it. I think it was dumb of AE to just stay on that flag. They're lucky that their stupidity didn't cost them the round because by that point, if one flag is above the other, there's no overtime for raising the flag. If you just move away and survive, you automatically win, don't you?
No, I think at 0, you need to step on the flag. No. If it's 0-0 and the flag is higher but no one is at the flag. Oh, the flag mechanics are so difficult.
Yeah, you know, the
We
flag...
need an expert, please.
I think if
think
someone
that's the
from the
case.
other team had been on the flag, then they wouldn't have won. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, if AE would have just run away, then I think they wouldn't have won the round. You need to be at the flag. There are so many rounds where people are screaming, run to the flag, it's higher for us. And you see people charging it, then like winning at last second. So I think it was a smart move to stay there, to be honest.
It would be if the flag worked that way, but I think the flag does not have an overtime for a single team standing on it. I think it only has it if people are contesting it and the flags are both being raised. Like if you're alone raising the flag at the end, there's no overtime for you. I'm pretty sure. It should be the other way though, because it would be cooler, but anyway.
If someone has an opinion in the chat, or please Twitter to us. Oh, and what is the Twitter account? I think it's, you can Twitter
Well,
to
you-
us directly.
You can. Anybody, of course, can tweet to you, Perso, on your account.
Yeah,
Yep.
I have a Twitter too now. I'm getting used to it slowly. It's at Wolfpack_Purcell. I learned how to say it, yeah. And the flag spawned in the open field. Who is there? Puru Puru, the
I'm
important.
gonna mention
only
Wolfpack
in-
Rodriguez for tweeting a picture of himself on watching the stream. That's cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
Showing his enjoyment. But the flag is spawned in the hay area. And hey there, freelancers, what are you doing on our flag? Oh, actually, Apis Europae are not going for the flag. They're pulling back and getting on the same hill. Do they like this hill? This is the grand
seems-
finals hill. Like,
I mean, the
finally
hill
we
is-
get to see it. No one fights here. But freelancers are actually not allowing the horses of AE to do much.
To do
Whoa, they're
stuff, yeah.
cutting off the horsemen.
These three people, Grenade, Napoleon, and Puru, really nice working together. Now Napoleon is stepping at the flag, trying to raise it.
Wow.
Dingen and Weaver are there. Grenade.
The AE, a lesser team would be out right now, but AE might be able to pull something here. That's a lot of men and a lot of horsemen. That's a ball of fury right there.
If they want to
Oof.
do something, they need to do it fast. 25 seconds
It's
left.
not gonna happen. LaRue needs a lot of headshots, and Semaphorus needs a lot of couches. While they have the added pressure of this flag is getting raised. Napoleon, Grenade, Pura are on it.
Mm-hmm.
Siphon
But
is
then-
trying to chase off the archer of LaRue. No, now they're going to contest it. They need to. They need to raise
Need
that
to do
flag.
something. Every kill is counts now. That's good.
Oh, they almost had a good
Different from
combo. Not quite. And there we go, the flag mechanics. There is no overtime for the raise, so they already won for having raised it as high as they
But
did.
their own team was under the flag. Like you see, like it was a green flag. Like freelancers were under the flag. Their flag was higher, so they won because they raised it and they were there. But if AE would have raised it, then AE would have needed to step there to make it count, I think. Don't confuse me, E-Man.
Woof.
I think it's like that. By the way, there's one thing we should mention. The Nord archers are really not strong. So right now, if it's just the archers, if you only look at the archers, then Rodok and freelancers have a great advantage.
That is true. I think it's being won by the horsemen of freelancers that last round. But
Yeah, Grenade with a 5-0. Very nice. Much work done. And Puru. See, like you can play Inf on this map. He's doing it Dante style and getting kills.
Puro.
Yeah.
His name is pure ridiculousness, but I love it.
It's actually Rampika from IG. Rampika and Siphon is from IG too, I think. Or at least they were there. So they know each other for a long time as well. I like these buddy teams, you know? If you have a good friend and you join a team together, that's really cool.
There's a lot of familiar faces in the Warband scene.
Mm,
Faces who wear masks because so many players rename themselves. I need a new identity every other turn. Maybe that's the case. Maybe this tournament will be heroes and we'll be finalists and win it. And Apis Europae won't get that trophy again. They already got T-shirts, didn't they, for winning some other tournament?
I think so, yeah.
I think they were the ones who got T-shirts.
Yeah, they did get t-shirts.
Well, now they get match pads to go along with that. And one person will
Not
get
yet.
one.
It's not over yet. Freelancers is looking strong again. I like it.
Yeah.
The flag
Freelancer
spawned
won't let
in
them
their
have it.
quarter, and this time they're on the right river side. So amazing. Let's see if they can do something with this.
Freelancers won the last round where things were set up this way.
Mm-hmm.
Let us see if Apis Europae have learned anything, or if they will fall into Freelancers.
By the way, this is the map that AE chose, and Sandybush was the one that Freelancers chose. So Freelancers already lost on the own map, like the map that they chose. It's kind of interesting. Now they need to step it up on this map that the enemy chose. But so far they're doing good. And they're raising the flag. Pura and Napoleon, a nice double team. Napoleon on anti-cav duty here, as we call it. Having the spear out, being ready. Oh, AE dismounted at the stone bridge. I think Azan tried to help
Oh,
me,
whoa,
I
what
think.
is Azan? Whoa! Azan with a devious subterfuge plan that goes terribly awry! All according to plan, because now AE horses are pushed back by the bridge. Menethil is harassing the archers at the back of everything, who were undermining AE's take of the flag. So now there's two scuffles here. Turtle on the hill is focusing on the flag fight. Flag fight is going slightly in the favor of AE, as they have more horses.
But if you look at the
Freelancers
mini-map,
getting horsed,
the
couch
flag is
bumped,
green.
killed. Ooh, even Siphon's getting shot by LaRue. LaRue's doing much more work than
17
Turtle.
seconds. They need to survive. 15 seconds. 3 more people left
but
at the
Freeland
flag.
on that flag!
Turtle and
Siphon on
Siphon.
the flag!
Oh
Survive, Siphon!
Okay,
Have it in
now-
you! Ah,
no! Everyone died. 4 seconds. So close.
dang! You have it!
This brings us to a 2-2. It's so close. Okay,
I will just
another
go
flag,
into
I
a
think.
quick break.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I forgot to say the break is over.
Yep.
Okay, so here it is. A long journey finally ends with this. The final set. If it's not going to Winterberg, but in the normal match, this will be the final set of the
Wait, can
European
it even tie
Championship.
anymore? It's some weird combination of round draws and wins for
mean-
Freelancer.
It's 6-4, so if Freelancers takes
3 and then 1,
rounds-
yeah, you're right.
3 and then 1, yeah. Freelancers needs a 3-1 for a tie.
Thank
and
you for the math. My mind has been
4-0.
completely fried by excellent Warband action today.
Oh, but they need a 4-0 for the win. So they are with their backs against the wall. They need to take every round. AE a little bit more comfortable, and I think Rodok might be the stronger faction. Especially with their calf tactic, I think.
Wow. Maybe I have to give it to Freelancers though. They are not winning the fights, but they're still in this because they're realizing that and putting emphasis on flag work, at least in that last round.
I think you can see that they prepared. It is well known that AE is using this tactic, so they tried to find something against it. I think the 1-in was very important. They needed to have someone at the flag to make pressure. And I think it was actually smart to use this hill behind the flag. The hill that's between the upper village and the ruins.
That hill needs a name, and for some reason
With
I want
all
to call
these
it Mena
stones.
Hill. Maybe loosely based off
Awesome.
Menethil. You get
Yeah.
men on the hill.
Manahill for Manethil. Okay, I like it.
That area
yeah,
has no name. This game is so good that it's showed me sides to Field by the River that I've never seen before.
You don't really like this map, right? But it's quite interesting.
No, but it's
If it's played
entertaining
like
the
this.
heck out of me seeing how they're playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know, it's just brilliant Warband. It's very exciting. We got to the last round. I fully expect this to go over. It's too much action. It's gonna spill over on the snow. And my favorite part of Winterberg is it's a final conclusion, because it's blood spilt on snow. Like, it's over.
Ooh. Yeah. It's very intense. It's a very closed map. It's a mirror map, so you don't need to switch spawns. And the fight breaks out and hell breaks loose. I would like to see it indeed, but I think freelancers have to put in a lot of effort to get there.
Yeah, they gotta take us there. You don't just get to. And Winterberg is the
Yeah,
strange place. Not many
you need to
teams know
deserve
the
it.
way there. Very few have reached it. But
But I
yeah,
think we can already say that these two teams deserve to be in the final. Like, this match is worth to be called a final. I love it. It's definitely not a whitewash or anything like that.
there have
so
been
that's amazing.
stomps in this tournament. Freelancers are no foreigners to stomps, but
No.
it's been built up to weed out teams so that these two guys can go at it now, and they're really giving it their all. AE pulling out to a good advantage on this map. I guess 6 Cavs still works. Took them a while to come up with it, and it's still the dominant strategy.
Yeah, I think you need to train for it though. It's nothing that you can just copy and think it works on its own. You have to really play together, play very disciplined. You cannot lose a Cav pre-flag. You cannot go on Cav duels somewhere at the corner of the map.
I like seeing in all these bouts that the flag has weird prioritization, but for the most part, unless someone gets on there, one team is really fast to get there, which has been rare. Most teams prefer to like let the flag sit out there in the sun, warm up a little while they all fight after it's spawned for a good while, and then they worry about the flag. Hence the draws. That shows that the teams. I think it really shows that Freelancer understands the 6 Cav strategy and know that if you try to go for the flag, the 6 Cav strategy will destroy you because you're sitting ducks. So instead, they're choosing to fight wherever Apis Europae bring the fight. Do you get what I'm saying here?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm not so sure about that because I think
Then why are they
freelancers
fighting
were
on
more
Metahill?
dominant. Yeah, that's the thing. Freelancers, I think, went there because they were infantry and archers, and they knew that the Cav wouldn't be so effective there because if the Cav rides uphill, it gets slower and it cannot maneuver that
Then
well.
are you telling me they're more brilliant than I thought and that they figured out this map in every crevice and thought, hey, if the flag spawns here, we should fight up on this hill against the 6 Cav because like they won't be able to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, that would be awesome. They also took 3 archers, which I also like a lot. AE, it's live again, I think, by the way, Erwin.
Oh, okay, we're going back in a
AE is
moment.
just taking 2 archers, 2 crossbows. Razor and Pleru. I think the setup didn't really change for freelancers. The same people are still playing. I really like that you can grow together as a team if you don't swap people in and out all the time. But they have one difference. They have 2 inf now and 2 archers. So Napoleon switched from archer to inf now. They are taking the lone tree and the small forest, while AE is trying to set up their archer.
Napoleon willing to switch up as the situation demands. That's pretty cool.
Leroux sets up at the stone bridge and Razor at the castle. So they are again spread out.
It's refreshing to see teams switch up their their units, because a lot of times they don't switch classes much. They just continue hitting their head against the wall. But the smarter teams just go around, and that's what that's what Napoleon's trying to do here. Or he just wasn't having a good time arching. But maybe he thinks more fighters up against 6 cav, like more ground.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at
footmen.
Nords, a Nord Inf is really very strong, but a Nord Archer is not that strong. So he's very smartly taking advantage of the classes that the factions are offering, the strength of the classes. And the flag is spawning down here in front of Freelancers.
Yep, Freelancers, but they don't want to go for it. Look at this. They understand if they go for that. Look, AE's waiting.
Yep.
Those horses are so restless and neighing, and like Azan and Scar just looking over the edge. Like, why aren't they on the flag? We get on the flag so we can go down and wreck you like every other team. Napoleon knows what AE is up to here.
Indeed, yeah. And AE needs to wait for their archers. If Scar would go to the flag now and dismount, he would just be shot by the Freelancer archers. So he can't do that yet. He needs to wait for his archers to put pressure.
You can see the horses slowly moving up while LaRue and co, all the other archers, are moving up by the trees. But actually, I think Freelancers are sending out a horse attack squad here.
It looks so cool, right? Like all 3 of them together.
Yeah, they're running off now. Yeah, they didn't really want any of that.
1 minute and still no one bothers with the flag. I think Purapur wants to go. Napoleon and Purapur are in starting positions. Oh, M is advancing for AE
By the
now.
way, a reminder, the score is 4-6.
Yeah, it got messed up.
Gotcha. Oh! So said Vivar when he took out Tommy's horse. Now we're finally... AE have moved. Freelancers have waited long enough that AE have moved up. M's actually on the flag staring down Purorin. And then Scar's coming in, he gets reared up on his horse. A lot of horses getting reared up. No one really killing anyone up. There it goes. 1 horseman apiece dead for each side. Freelancers actually still raising the flag, and double kill for Peter. Peter loses his horse, soon to be dead. Oh, he's still fighting.
8 seconds left.
Semifrash gets killed off the horse. Everything's falling apart. LaRue, one of the last survivors, running in there. He can't do a thing. He chooses to save his life because he could not save the round.
Oh my god, the first step is taken. 1 round for Freelancers, 3 more to go for the win, 2 more to go for the draw. And for Winterberg. Is winter coming? Is it? Is it?
I feel a chill. I think the groundhog saw its shadow.
It would be a pleasure to co-cast more with you, Eamon, so just for that I would love that to happen.
Yes.
I really enjoy it.
This would be awesome.
Okay, let's see. Did something
Stop
change?
fixing the score myself. It's 6-5, 6-5, yes. Apis Europae 6, Freelancer 5.
I really wish I could see the chat at the moment. I need to do something to be able to see that while streaming. I hope people are going crazy. I want to know...
Yeah.
Do you see, is there any, like, are they favoriting a
Speak
song?
up in chat! More tweets! We do have a new one.
Who do you think will
LaRue's...
take it? Freelancers or a...
LaRue was able to tweet while he was playing.
What? Take an example on that. Like, that's commitment.
He can do anything.
In the locker room in the downtime. He says, anyway, he says, what a match so far.
Really, really. Oh god, it's amazing.
I thought Freelancers were boned there because they allowed AE to slowly move up.
Peter sneaks up behind Turtle and gets a lot of damage done, but Turtle notices. Ooh, that could have been a brilliant kill. But he keeps him busy. Pur needs to retreat to help him out. If they lose Turtle now, that would have been so bad. But luckily, Turtle survives with half of his heart. Health. Hopefully all of his heart.
He needs it to put it in this match.
Yeah. I think they are all committed. You can, like, there's no doubt about that. You could see that in the interviews before.
Hot damn, this match is good. I've watched a lot of competitive Warband, folk. This is about as good as it gets.
Oh, this flag might be in
This
favor of
is a
AE,
grand
though.
final to define a tournament. But let's see. So far the flag spawns in an area really favorable to AE. So favorable, in
lot
fact,
of
that M
times,
has
yeah.
free time to just dismount and raise the flag. I'm not sure how Freelancers can possibly win this round back. They have to attack and in a hurry.
Indeed.
Meanwhile, horses are just waiting. Oh,
And uses the horse as a meat shield.
the horse gave it
standing
slight for
behind
M.
Yeah.
He knew he wasn't getting back on that.
Nope.
Oh, Shema Farash, I think, threw a jab and hit Putin. Oh, AE's coming to defend M. M moves up with the cab. What timing? What timing? Now Napoleon and Co. they don't know who to aim for. They're running around in circles, getting shot off their horse. Napoleon turning around because he has no backup. He's fighting M on the flag. He's doing a good job.
Fighting. Oh, I'm dead to M.
Freelancers losing men left and right.
This is
Archers in
bad.
disarray because Peter's back there hitting them. Oh, it's
Razor
a kill
team
from
kill.
Razor. Oof.
But Razor and
shoots
LaRue
his own
firing.
teammate's horse as well. Razor, what are you doing? Razor really backing the Freelancers right now.
Oh my god, they turn around! 3 people left for
Double
AE!
kill by
Can they do it?
Still shooting and shooting. Razor.
Still lots of time left.
Oh, Razor.
LaRue, the last person
alive.
alive! Can he survive this?
LaRue, you have to survive
With his
20
spear!
seconds.
He has no one-handed
He
melee
doesn't have a
weapon.
weapon. He doesn't have a hook.
Again, LaRue,
God.
last man standing. He's so important. Wow, Freelancers! Wow! Seriously.
I wouldn't be surprised to find out if after this tournament, Freelancer got a sponsorship from Razor, because he was sure helping them out.
They're bringing it back to a draw. It's 6-6 now. The final last 2 rounds of this spawn, of this match, of this tournament. Oh my god. It comes down to the last 2 rounds.
What? I'm so sorry. I don't know.
Your joke was good. Your joke was good.
AE had that. That was beautiful. Freelancers
Yeah,
were totally in disarray, and then
The flag was so high up, so high up.
maybe
Now AE must feel the nerves. Like seriously, this is the moment where, how can you say that? Like it's shown who's like a real brilliant player. Now you need those key players working. Now
that
or
was
never.
that was a prime example of nerves. Poor Razor. Hopefully that doesn't cost him the game, because now it's tied.
Okay, I think Freelancers are gambling on the flag that spawns close to the wooden bridge, because they're still setting up here. In the flag high up at the castle won't spawn again, so I think AE should maybe advance a little bit more in the big forest, just to be in a better position for the other 2 flags. And I think they do. Oh, Peter has a crossbow on his horse. I really think this is a funny idea. We are doing that too in matches. A lot of people are actually doing it. You just switch out an X-bow for a sword in the beginning. Like you switch with an X-bow and a calf, do the drop switches. And then the calf can ride wherever and just shoot into the enemy from the back from a hidden spot. As Peter just did.
The amount of draws we've seen in rounds, the draw and score that they keep. One team pulls
And the
ahead a little,
comebacks in the rounds.
and the car behind him just uses that little air pocket to get right up next to him again. The backdraft, I think? I'm not sure. There's some term there. I don't know it.
LaRue set up a
Slipstream.
which is nice for this flag.
The slipstream! Thank you for slipping that in there, Arrow. You're watching production, also watching over us. Like a guardian angel. But, what's going on here?
Manetho under pressure from LaRue. He can't shoot freely. Razor is also moving up, having a nice spot in the big forest. So the crossfire between Razor and LaRue is really scary. I don't want to be the inf going to that flag now.
Still the same setups. It's been working. Oh my gosh, these Cav, they're kind of like just playing with each other out on the field. No one's killing each other. It's a deadly game though when one actually when they run at each other. But they're trying to find moments. The Cav are smart enough that they're protecting each other in a way that if one person commits to a horseman They commit to many horsemen because there's many right behind. And now it's the commitment. Shemfarash going for a hit. Azan fighting Siphon on the side. Going after Menethil, who has to jump off his hill. He's also getting arched. Great targeting by AE.
Nice jab kill.
A great jab from Budo Budo.
Razor brings it back.
Oh, Razor getting a kill, making up for last round. Fighting everywhere. Scars dehorsed. Peter's on the floor fighting with a javelin. Oh, Azan gets dehorsed and shot. Menethil was not killed, nor was Turtle. So the superior archers are causing havoc here.
Napoleon.
Peter fighting.
alone
Oh,
on the
he's fighting
flag,
way too
dying.
many guys.
Razor dying, Peter dying. The flag
Hey,
is
he's still
evil.
fighting. It's a friggin'
Another-
fraud. You nincompoops.
Are
The
you
flag.
kidding me?
The fighting.
Oh my
fighting
goodness.
Is always centered on the flag, so
Oh
it doesn't
my
actually get raised.
I
We might not get to
wasn't sure.
Winterberg. It would take the epicest round to get us to the epicest final map in any competitive
Well,
scene
now only another draw can do that. Oh my
ever.
god, this
I
is
want
the
to see.
golden
This is it.
round.
This is it. It all came down to this. Do they keep playing it smart? Do they just dogpile the flag?
I don't know. I guess the adrenaline is rushing into their blood veins. They just
Their
don't
actions,
think
right,
anymore.
This is it. It all hinges on this moment. All the mess ups, all the good
Indeed.
rounds.
Yeah.
It all boils down. It's like what happens? Where will the flag spawn? Like one early pickoff could decide this whole round right now.
Indeed, that's true. And yeah, everyone should play safe until the flag spawns.
The
Freelancers are
tournament-
crossing the river, going into
Look
the
at them
ruin.
crossing. It's a journey. The journey they went on. They kicked so much ass up until this point. People thought it could go many ways. Maybe AE gets trounced by these super Warband players. Maybe these super Warband players are actually like made of feathers deep down because no one's punched them hard to show them what's up. No,
Well,
it
they're
turns
not
out
made out of feathers, that's for sure.
they're actually given as they're taken. This is a tie against a legendary team.
It's beautiful. They're standing at the top of the mountain staring at each other's eye, and it's obviously there can only be one king, only one throne, one crown to be taken here. Who
Only
takes the
8
title?
mouse pads and one more.
Indeed!
For someone out there after this is over.
Okay, what flag will spawn? Will it be at the
Well,
castle or at the
So
field?
many questions. So many questions. Who will be the first to take it?
I
Will anyone
think-
take it?
Over the castle. It might actually
Will Razor show his true colors?
be better for freelancers.
Oh, AE got this. No, maybe.
AE are crossing the stone bridge
I think
and
both
already...
teams are gonna wait. The way they're playing it, it could end in a draw. One's committing. Scar's debating. Do I commit now? Oh, both teams were like equidistant from that flag. They're not. No team's gonna get it early on. Yeah, they're not gonna push for it.
I think they see everything in slow motion right now. They're so hyped. They're so focused right now. I think probably... I want to know what's going on in TeamSpeak. We need to ask that the teams afterwards in the interviews.
Oh, first hit. Shot off, hit, injured, M. Not much.
And
That ain't.
a little bit.
Ain't much to get excited over. Every hit counts, though. What are they gonna do? What are they doing?
I don't know.
Oh, the AE are doing the
Love-
hill crossing. They are crossing all their cavalry to the side into the field. Perhaps baiting Freelancers into a cav fight in open space. I'm not sure Freelancers will fight for that. They know they don't have enough horses to win that.
50 seconds left. A draw comes
Shemfarash
closer and
staring down
closer.
the archers. Is this a gentleman's agreement for the Winterberg?
No! Napoleon says
Going
no!
for it. Oh, but the
Advancing.
horses! They went out in the field to do a side pincer attack.
Oh,
Menethil's
Menethil
overwhelmed.
in
He's
trouble.
fighting though. He's on a hill. He's got gravity on his
30
side.
seconds
Horses
left.
can't fight gravity. Now M on the
Le
flag,
Rousse.
but he's totally getting taken down. M first casualty.
Napoleon
Casualty
goes
off
down
of
too, though.
Napoleon. Two leaders taken out. Well, M's the leader on
Blue
the
flag
battlefield.
still higher. 15 seconds to
Blue
go.
flag is high. Freelancers.
Will they win by flag here?
AE need
10
these kills.
seconds.
AE allowed them too long on the flag. It was a small window, but they took it. They need to get
Freelancers
kills.
is dying, but the flag is higher.
Kill.
2, 1.
They need-
Oh my god! Freelancers won the tournament! By flag!
Freelancers win.
Oh my god!
So close.
Winterberg.
Come Congratulations to Freelancers! The
Such
winner
a
of
close
the European
match.
Championship Series 2015.
Freelanders get the tournament trophy. Freelanders get the mouse pad, and they get that goddamn flag.
And they
That
deserve it!
flag was
Oh
the
my
deciding
god!
factor. That flag. Who got that flag? The real winner was the person who stood on that flag. Oh wait, I think the problem was that early kill. M died. M was the guy on the flag for AE. He died, allowing a tiny window. Freelancer player, who, I'm not sure, a hero. A hero, some might say a freelancer, who went out there and stood there and raised that flag. Just like a couple feet, maybe 2 meters for you Europeans. Wow, that decided the whole tournament. M's death. You could boil this down to M's death. Or a good archer shot. However, whatever perspective you want to see it, you can't deny Freelancers just won themselves a tournament.
Yeah, really impressive. I'm speechless. Like, oh my god, I really didn't thought they could do this. Nords! Like the other way around maybe, but oh wow. It's so impressive. Are we, by the way, did the advertisement already finish? Aaron win?
Oh,
Oh, do we have an advert there?
yeah. Well, I thought we'd wait for all the excitement to die down, so we'll just go into that now.
Mark. Also, while the break is moderating chat, control out there that's including.
And that's the ad's over, so let's talk about the amazing match. So very close.
Really, like, I think I talked about this with last in another stream, how important the flag play actually is. You should really spend some time just trying to figure out a perfect flag behavior. And it was crazy, like Freelancers were dying left and right, but just because they had the
Have we
flag
started the
this
raffle?
high, they won the round. I think it's time for that.
Yeah, well,
Everyone type !raffle.
yeah, LaRue is getting on with his job. He's doing everything tonight.
And you have to actually enter the raffle because they're not going to get mouse pads otherwise.
Burn.
Yeah, only type
I
once,
know
though.
one person will be very happy because this afternoon I heard from Shingen that he actually threw away his mouse mat because he wanted to put psychological pressure on himself.
Oh,
And it worked out.
That's a hell of a story.
Yeah, it's
He was
beautiful.
already in his mind he was a winner. He knew he was getting that mouse pad. You're raffling for the
needed
Razer
it.
mouse pad. Only one entry. If you type it twice, you actually kill your own chances of it. So, spam is not in your favor here. Has Larue started it? I think Larue started. You type raffle. I'm gonna enter it. If I win, I'm gonna give it to someone I like.
I don't know if it's quite right for streamers to enter, but
you
whatever.
know, Providence, we didn't rig this, guys.
Moobot will choose the winner, so yeah.
That was incredible, though. No.
Yeah,
need to be
we
proud of
would
that.
normally do an interview with a couple of people from the winning team, but freelancers say they're a team, so it's all or nothing. So
People would
cool.
rather
it may be rather a busy
Yeah, let's
chat,
go.
but
all versus nothing. We're gonna get the whole.
I want to
freelance
feel the
squad.
atmosphere. I want to feel how they like.
I
Give
wanna
us a
feel
taste
their
of that.
energy.
Yeah, me too. Me too. must be so
no, that'd be cool
amazing.
since we get to hear from the historic people who made a team that gave us one of the best Warband matches I've ever seen.
I know that a lot of people.
The best finale, and we've had some good ones.
Uh-huh.
This one's legendary.
I would have liked
It all came
Winterberg.
down- I will always remember the tournament where it all came down to M's death.
I think they will re-watch this last round over and over and analyzing and thinking about it. If they want to do so, they can do that on the YouTube channel of Lust, MBTV Replay. It will be saved there. I will definitely watch it again. I think this was really brilliantly played. I mean, Napoleon, he is known as a leader with a lot of tactical knowledge, and I think he proved it here. And it's also interesting that basically both teams lost on their own map. Sometimes it's really hard to choose your own strength, right? To analyze yourself like that.
I read somewhere that as brilliant as a man can be, he will always fail to identify his own flaws within himself. That is why we need an outside observer to sometimes tell us, man, don't pick Sandy Bush first. You guys aren't good there. Or as good as you think.
I mean, yeah, AE was doing good on Sandy Bush, but here on Pit by the River, maybe they were relying too much on their 6-cap strategy. It worked so many times, but maybe in the final you need to surprise. Maybe they should have switched it up in the last round or something, I don't know. It's always difficult to say that afterwards.
What a match. What a match.
Yeah, indeed.
Dasfi, tweeting about flags, flab, competitive ruling. New rules, new things, 3 draws. Well, I'll let you know what. If you want to talk all that, and you want to talk about the tournament, the rules about future tournaments, all that jazz, you can say your mind and speak your piece. Do it on them links below the Twitch here.
We're just moving the team in now.
Okay.
Hi
Links to the
Napoleon,
channel
congratulations.
Hello.
Hello. User was
Hello.
moved to your channel. User was moved to your channel.
Lots
There are so many.
of users.
When you said the whole team, I hadn't realised it was more than 8.
User was moved to your channel.
Wow.
User was
Look at
moved
these
to your
names,
channel.
folk. We got Grenade, we got
User
Menethil, we
was
got
moved to your
Faramir,
channel.
we got Napoleon,
User was moved to your
Pudo. We got Sink.